Why is it that in 2023, when we have all these tools, we have all these platforms, we have all these resources right in front of us, does it feel like being a musician, being a creative, going after a music career is harder than ever before? Now, I know that my videos a lot of times are tactic-based, strategy-based, even tough love-based, but sometimes we just need to get real. Why do we look at this as a mountain that can't be climbed? Why do we look at this as something that's not enjoyable? Well, let's start with the elephant in the room. As musicians, as singer-songwriters, producers, rappers, and everything in between, we are now responsible for doing everything ourselves. We have to do the promotion. We have to do the video editing. We have to be photographers. We have to go out and know how to write copy and get on social platforms and do this and do that while neglecting the music. At least that's how it feels. So I just wanted to shoot a video and kind of really connect with you guys in a, just a conversational way. Marketing, branding, how it ties in with social media, how we feel like we have this huge pile of work all the time. It feels like we're more worried about avoiding burnout than we are making music. Because let's face it, doing everything ourselves is stressful. Doing everything ourselves feels like it's against what we're trying to accomplish. But I'm going to explain some things to you in this video. I teach marketing, I teach branding, I teach the systems and the business frameworks and all these different things to take a creative venture like music and turn it into a legitimate career. And I hope that you guys get value from all the free stuff here on YouTube, or those of you who are in my programs. But I want to explain why it's so important, so maybe you can get past the obstacle that's holding you back. Marketing, branding, having a product, bringing it to market. That's what marketing is, right? You're taking your music in this example and you're bringing it to market. And who is the market? Strangers that don't know that you exist. I think that so many of us are very tempted to sign up for a PR company because somebody at one time told you that you need to get yourself out there and they can do all of it for you. You sign up for a promo company that does all your Facebook ads and all this stuff to boost you up on Spotify. You have a manager that comes in and is looking out for your best interest, or so you hope. But here's the issue, guys. We have to get very good at everything we can, and so that we can actually audit the actions of others when it's time to build our team, when it's time to go to a service provider. I am so stubborn with my opinions on these things because I've seen countless musicians come to me after they've already been ripped off thousands of dollars from a bogus PR company or a scam artist promo thing that was just running their numbers up with bots from all over the world and not giving them actually any results. So my question is, in the conversation with you guys, is it better just to dump money and have everybody else do it, hoping that they care about your dream as much as you do? Or is it better to spend a little bit more time, right? It's the time-money ratio, and understand the processes. We don't have to be good at everything, but I think it's important to understand how to do these things so that when we do hand it off, that person can be trusted. We can see what they're doing. We can ask the questions that otherwise we would be too naive to even know to ask. And I know what a lot of you guys are thinking right now. I think it too sometimes. I didn't sign up for this, but you did. Because what do you need to grow a music career? You need attention. You need dedicated fans. You need to make money. And how do you do that from the studio alone? Do you think anybody else is going to care about your dream as much as you do? I don't even care about your dream as much as you do, and I'm here to try to help you. And this is the thing. We have to look at these things as opportunities rather than obligations. You have the opportunity right now to get in front of some people for free on social media. You could just use your phone. You shoot some stuff, and it's easier than ever before to put yourself out there. If you look at the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, when artists were coming up, a story or, a background that is coming to mind is like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, all these boy bands back in the late 90s, early 2000s, who would be sent off to Europe, Japan for like countless amount of time to try to build hype over there before their music would be accepted in America, before radio would pick them up. And let me ask you, don't you think it's a lot easier to get on social media and build up that hype, build up some momentum, build up some attention and do it that way? Or would you rather spend more money than any of us have on trying to tour and trying to get in front of people night after night. And don't get me wrong, gigging is amazing for some of you guys. Gigging can be the way to financial freedom for a lot of you guys. But we need to look at social media as this free tool to get out in front of everybody. I think the one thing that's so intimidating, the one thing that's so infuriating, probably more than intimidating, is the whole concept of everything has to go viral. Your videos have to go viral. I went viral. I think this is going viral. Who cares? Is that 6,000 view video anything less than the video that did 1 million? Do you think it's really going to have a massive impact on your career? Maybe. But we need to stop neglecting the appreciation that we need to have for less people. Because 300 people, you could have a pretty big house. In fact, we're having a get together at our house this weekend, and we only have like 20-something people coming, and I'm like, wow, that's going to be a lot of people. Because when you're face to face, there's an appreciation. When it's just a number online, I think we kind of get jaded. We get entitled. We overlook things like, oh, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good. What number is good enough for you? Now, I think another thing that makes it so difficult to be a creative, to be a musician in 2023, and hopefully it comes to an end, but there's such a cesspool of negativity. There's a plague. There is a pandemic of negativity online. In fact, if you go to Facebook right now and the little thing that says, how are you feeling in your status update? If you go to those different emotions, there are more negative emotions in there than there are positive emotions. Because these platforms understand that negativity feeds engagement. Negativity will get the clicks. And that's the whole, even on YouTube here, we try not to do any clickbait titles. We try not to do, but like even the title of this, maybe you were intrigued because there was a negative connotation. And that's the sad part. We have all these trolls that just create fake accounts and are just trying to bring people down because hurt people hurt people. People that are shattered on the inside, people that gave up on their dreams, people that are having a hard go at life. They're frustrated. They go out and just slather the internet behind their keyboard. If they saw you in person, they'd be too afraid to say anything. And if they would step up to you, you just have to ask, what's wrong? What's going on with you? Are you okay? Because I think that we have to stop worrying about what other people are thinking of us. We have to stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Comparison is the thief of joy, as they say. And so we're out there and we're just slathered in heartbreak story after outrage, after political thing, after religious thing, after cancel this person, this, oh my God. I think sometimes we just have to be ridiculously selfish in our own headspace and block all that out. I want to ask you something, and be honest in the comments. Let me know if this has run through your head, no matter how optimistic or pessimistic you happen to be. Everybody's a musician now. Nobody's going to be able to get their big break because everybody's doing it. The market's oversaturated. Does that sound familiar? Well, I think it's actually a positive thing because now everybody that wanted to go after a music career, they wanted to go after that dream, has the tools, has the resources, has a really low barrier of entry to try it. Like less than 10% of people that ever go after a music career overall, right, ever actually make it. And I'm very cognizant of that. I tell you, there's no magic pills here on this channel. I'm trying to help you get structured and organized. But think about that. If there's a room of 1,000 people, 900 or more are going to give up. Are you going to be that person? That's all you need to worry about. Am I going to give up? Because all these other people that are here today, gone tomorrow, they're the ones spending $100,000 on ads to try to blow up. They get a little bit of buzz on one song and then they disappear. That's the problem. We have to look at the longevity of a music career, no different than if you started a tire shop or a t-shirt store or a bakery. You want to do it for 5 years. You'd want to do it for a very long time, maybe even pass it down to your family. But the fact of the matter is, most music careers have a very short shelf life. So what other people are doing, everybody's a musician. Everybody has a right to go after something that they want to do. And now that it's accessible to all of us, I know that some of us, myself included, in a moment of time, I was like, well, I used to have to buy all this gear and, these keyboards and plugins and, oh my God, it was so expensive when I first got started. Well, yeah. Technology is going to advance and become more accessible. And that's actually a great thing because you could try something and learn right away if this is for you or maybe not. and you can go do something else. Some of my content is designed to make you think. Some people think it's to discourage. And I would argue if any of my videos, even all 300 plus 400, however many videos I have, if all of my videos for free here on YouTube can discourage someone from pursuing a music career, those of you that have been in the music industry as long as I have, and I'm not even like a big player by any means, know that it's a toilet. It's very mean. It can be cruel. And if some stranger with an opinion on YouTube can discourage you from that, maybe it's not for you. But if you can just watch these videos and get perspective and pick a little bit here, pick a little bit there, I think that it can be used as a tool to move you further, faster, as I'm always talking about. And that brings me to my next point. There's too much information. Information overload. A lot of you guys are addicted to knowledge porn, right? You just go and how to, tutorial, hack, 5 steps, all this stuff. And it's just thrown down your throat over and over and over again on TikTok and Instagram and here on YouTube. And if you're not doing anything with anything that any of us, myself and any industry where we're trying to actively help you guys, we're trying to give you some clarity, we're trying to give you some steps to take. If you're just focused on searching for the magic pill, you think that one piece of advice from myself or somebody else is going to change your life, that only happens if you take action. You're willing to fail. You're willing to step over obstacles. You're willing to adjust and learn from the things that work very well for you and the things that might not be right, but you got to try them first. Nothing that I say to you is going to affect your life if you don't take action, if you don't let it soak in, if you don't learn from it, if you don't use it to evolve what you're doing. So going on TikTok for 3 hours a day and watching, 5 hacks, the best plugin, this and that, just do it. Just do it. Take action. Be brave enough to take massive, imperfect action. And then go to people that you trust, that want to guide you, and take from it what you will. We're living in a day and age where everybody's an expert. Everybody's a specialist. Everybody has a course, a program. But who are you listening to? How does that impact you? Are they giving you any tools? Are they giving you any advice? Are they giving you any help for free before you have to decide on whether or not to continue to join them? It's kind of like fitness, right? You could find somebody on YouTube that might have great fitness tutorials on how to get in shape or dial in your diet or whatever that looks like. And at some point, you might need to ask them some questions. And so if they have something beyond the free stuff, then that would be a good time to do it. No different than college. Like you look into the different colleges and what they offer, and then you trust the process. You go after it. But colleges are way more expensive than anything I offer, side note. But we want to look at how we're utilizing the knowledge, the guidance, and not just soaking it all up, because it's like a bookshelf full of books that you never open, never read, never consume. You can't get mad at the bookshelf. You can't get mad at the books when the books that you didn't open didn't help you. Now, here's what's really interesting about everything that we talked about so far in this video. To some, might be like, oh, that's an excuse. Get over it. Go hustle, work. Yeah, but there's some truth in it, right? If anything I said to you in this video so far triggered something, it's because it's something we need to work through. It's a reality that we've convinced ourselves of. And every single one of us is an individual. But I want to tell you something that's really cool about that. That you are one of one. You are an individual. Your creativity, your passion, your heart, the way you see the world and the art and the craft that you put out to the world is uniquely you. Nobody else is ever going to be able to be you. The world will never see you again. So why wouldn't you get on social media to share that? Why wouldn't you have excitement to share your art, share your vision, share what's going on in here with the world? It's always going to be a challenge when we step outside of the comfort zone, when we step outside of what the norm is. For you, for me, there's days I don't want to shoot videos. There's days I don't want to talk to people. There's days that a troll comment really throws me off. The thing is, we signed up for this. Any single one of us can go do a normal day job and never have to worry about any of this. But we have something right here that drives us to be heard, drives us to share. It's not all about fame and fortune. That's why I'm never talking about make $1 million with your music, get a Grammy. It doesn't matter. Some of us just want to be heard. Some of us just want to build a life around what we want to do and what happiness and fulfillment looks like. That's why in all my old videos, I used to say freedom and fulfillment. Freedom's not a dollar amount, not for all of us. Fulfillment isn't XYZ. It's whatever we look at it as. So I want you to look at this, like just write this down again. I am one of one, and I deserve to be heard. One thing I love about this YouTube channel, no matter what kind of videos I post, no matter the view count or the subscriber count, like all the things that are kind of like the facade vanity metrics, we're a community here. I see a lot of you guys commenting on multiple videos. I see a lot of you guys over on Instagram or TikTok showing support for the videos or giving your feedback, giving your opinions, which I genuinely appreciate. But I think as a community, we can raise each other up. So over on Instagram or TikTok or wherever you see fit, I want you to use I am one of one as a hashtag, just like you see on the screen right now. I am one of one. Almost use it as a mantra, something to build your confidence, something to connect with others. Even if you don't genuinely feel that special today, say it enough times, put in the action for long enough, and you'll find yourself in a position of confidence. Confidence is one of the things that a lot of people lack, and confidence is kind of the Achilles heel to most people that give up. I don't want you guys to give up. I think it's time to take action. Speaking of taking action, this video is going to help you actually take action. If you haven't joined the channel family yet, I hope you subscribe by clicking that little subscribe button and then joining me over on Instagram or TikTok where I'm most active. I hope you liked the video. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next video.